Across the world, cameras have captured moments so disturbing they defy belief. From violent riots on the streets of Nepal to chilling encounters on the internet. These are not ordinary clips. Tonight, we count down the 8 most disturbing videos ever caught on camera. Continue. On June 18, 2025, security cameras recorded the moment an ordinary day inside a family home suddenly spiraled into disaster. The footage begins in the kitchen, where a red LPG cylinder rests on the floor. Gas is visibly leaking from a faulty valve, hissing into the air. A woman steps forward, trying to close the valve, but the flow continues. Unable to stop it, she quickly leaves to get help. Minutes later, she returns with a man. They enter from different doors, both working to shut down the leak. But before they succeed, the gas ignites. In seconds, flames erupt and thick smoke fills the room. The fire spreads aggressively, engulfing everything nearby. Fortunately, the woman had already opened the doors and windows of the home. That single action allowed much of the gas to escape, lessening the impact and likely saving both of their lives. At first, reports claimed that no one had been harmed. But the following day, a second camera angle emerged, revealing that people had indeed been injured during the blast. The exact details of their condition remain unclear, with no official confirmation on the outcome. Experts warn that gas leaks are among the most dangerous household hazards. Even the smallest spark, whether from an outlet or static discharge, can set off an instant fire. In this case, the open doors and windows helped prevent a fatal explosion, but it wasn't enough to fully shield those inside. The uncertainty about the injured victims raises troubling questions. Did they eventually recover, or did the incident quietly result in casualties that were never formally acknowledged? These lingering doubts make this footage one of the most disturbing cases ever captured. But the next case ends with an outcome even more devastating. Crowds gather to witness a powerful tidal wave sweeping into their town in Indonesia, sending water rushing through streets and homes. For locals, events like this are a constant source of fear, as such waves have a history of sinking ships, especially during the rainy season. Fortunately, in this video, no injuries were reported. March 17, 2024, a high-speed police chase in Cleveland ended in tragedy. What began as a reckless ride by a 17-year-old in a stolen vehicle quickly escalated into a disaster that claimed an innocent life. The teenager, who had no license, pushed the car past 100 miles per hour as Euclid police trailed behind. He tore through city streets, ignoring every rule of the road, until the pursuit spun out of control. Video footage shows him cutting through residential yards before reaching the highway. It was there that everything unraveled. At extreme speed, the stolen car struck another vehicle with devastating force. The crash caused it to flip, catch fire, and send thick smoke pouring into the sky. The driver of that car was 44-year-old Michelle Wall. She did not survive. Within seconds, her vehicle was destroyed and her life was gone. The teen was arrested at the scene and now faces several criminal charges. Authorities later confirmed the car had been reported stolen 2 days earlier during an armed carjacking involving multiple suspects who robbed 2 women outside a Cleveland bar. The collision was so severe that Interstate 90 West and nearby streets were closed. 2 other teens, ages 17 and 18, were rushed to the hospital in serious condition.
It's that corner right after you get off the highway.
Officers then had the heartbreaking duty of informing Michelle's mother, news no parent should ever have to hear. Police pursuit policies are designed to weigh public safety against the need to catch dangerous suspects. In Euclid, pursuits are only authorized when there is reason to believe suspects committed a violent felony. In this case, the car had been stolen during an armed robbery, which fit that criteria. But the devastating outcome has many questioning whether the chase prevented further harm or ultimately created it. Michelle Wall lost her life through no fault of her own. One chase, one decision, and one reckless teenager changed everything. Could the pursuit have been stopped sooner, or was there truly no other option? It's a question without an easy answer, and one that continues to haunt both the community and law enforcement. But the next case ends with an outcome even more chilling. This is the story of Lynn, a young mother, tired but content, picking up her 6-year-old daughter May after another long school day. They walked home together in the fading light, completely unaware of the nightmare that was about to unfold. As Lynn climbed the stairs to their apartment, something felt wrong. The hallway lights flickered in an unnatural way, casting eerie shadows that made her pause. She glanced toward the CCTV camera in the corner, an uneasy feeling creeping in, but tried to shake it off. She opened the door, letting May step inside first. unaware that what awaited them beyond that threshold would change everything. In the hours and days that followed, the internet reacted in shock. In the flood of comments, a horrifying truth surfaced. The man responsible was Lynn's former partner. After forcing his way inside, it was revealed that Lynn was subjected to a terrifying ordeal, one that left lasting scars. The most chilling detail: May was likely there, witnessing it all. What should have been a safe return home became a memory that would never fade. This revelation sparked an immediate police investigation as authorities searched for the man responsible, hoping to bring justice to a family forever changed by that night. Yet no matter the outcome, Lynn and her daughter will likely never forget that moment, and neither will anyone who learned what happened. On June 20th, 2025, in the city of Candido Sales, located in the southwestern region of Bahia, Brazil, a serious accident unfolded when a truck reportedly lost its brakes while crossing a bridge. The truck first collided with a small red car, forcing it off the side of the bridge. From there, the out-of-control vehicle swerved into the opposite lane, scattering its entire load of timber across the roadway. In total, the crash involved 3 cargo trucks and 1 passenger car. Inside the red car were 5 people, 4 adults and 1 child. One of the occupants sustained serious injuries, while the others suffered only minor wounds. According to local reports, police confirmed that brake failure was the likely cause of the incident. Sadly, accidents of this kind happen more often than most realize. Another case can be seen in the following video. On June 22, 2025, in the Kayaka district of Izmir, Turkey, a 75-year-old radio operator working at a local taxi stand suddenly became ill and collapsed while on duty. His 57-year-old colleague, who had just finished his shift and was preparing to head home, immediately rushed to his side to help, while other staff members stood nearby, unsure how to respond.
Sosyalistik devleti olarak Türkiye'nin hem ulus bütünlüğünü hem toplum bütünlüğünü etkileyebilecek tehditler içeriyebiliriz. Peki. Yavuz Bey, İstanbul'un kaderi neden Tahran'ın kaderine bağlı? İstanbul'un kaderi Tahran'ın kaderine bağlıysa Tahran'ı en zor durumda bırakacak süreç son 1-2 yıldır tıkır tıkır işlerken, efendim Hizbullah göçertilirken, işte Suriye rejimi düşürülürken, birine gelen rejim İsrail'in bütün saldırılarını açıkken, hiçbir karşılık verilmezken, bütün altyapısını, savaş yeteneğini bombalamışken, o zaman şimdi mi fark etti Erdoğan, İstanbul'un kaderi Tahran'ın kaderine, Şam'ın kaderine bağlıdır diye? Yani aslında Erdoğan tabii bu söylemi ilk kez kullanmıyor. Yani ilk kez bir değerlendirme yaparken bu söylemi ilk kez kullanılmış gibi konuşmayalım. Zaten yıllardır hep bu söylemi kullanılıyor. Şam, Kudüs, işte ailenin kaderi, Tahran'ın kaderi beraber Türkiye'nin de kaderiyle eşdeğer bir şekilde değerlendirmeler yapılıyor. Mesela niye İstanbul diyor? Normalde diğer saydığı kentler ülkelerin başkentleri. İşte Türkiye'nin başkenti Ankara. İstanbul'da bu düzenleniyor diye mi acaba? Bilmiyorum yani. Yani İstanbul tabii Türkiye'nin en önemli şeyi.
Evet, en çok canı acıtacak, hedef halinde olabilecek yer olarak belki.
Türkiye deyince aslında oradan çok takılmadık. Sonuçta İstanbul Türkiye'nin kalbi. Yani bir Allah muhafaza.
Başkenti Ankara.
Tabii, söyle.
İran başkenti Tahran, Suriye başkenti Şam.
Bu da güvenlik gerekçeli taşınıyor içeriye aslında biliyorsun. Tam da öyle hedef oldu.
Emergency services were contacted, and dispatchers instructed them over the phone to check the older man's pulse. But then, something even more unexpected happened. While attempting to follow those instructions, the second man also collapsed, likely overwhelmed by the stress and intensity of the moment. The entire sequence was captured on security camera footage. Shaken and alarmed by how quickly things had unraveled, the remaining staff shifted their attention to him. Within minutes, emergency medical teams arrived and confirmed what many feared. Both men had suffered sudden back-to-back heart attacks. Despite immediate efforts to revive them, neither could be saved. Co-workers later explained that the whole event unfolded in mere seconds, with both men passing away almost simultaneously. Witnesses described the scene as deeply shocking. But what happens in the next video is even more unsettling. In 2023, in the quiet village of Bourget, Ontario, just 50 kilometers east of Ottawa, a routine wellness check spiraled into tragedy, an event that would send shockwaves through the community and law enforcement across Canada. Sergeant Eric Muller, along with several other officers, responded to reports of a noise disturbance at the home of a man named Shane Belcher. According to dispatch, he was believed to be alone inside and drinking heavily. As the officers approached the property, they decided to split up to cover both the front and rear of the house. One officer made his way to the back entrance while Sergeant Muller moved toward the front door.
Ah, je veux que tu rentres ici. Y a-tu des enfants ou quelque chose?
Non.
Tout seul?
Fait que l'affaire que j'ai vue tantôt, puis la lumière était pas allumée. Là, elle est allumée.
OK.
OK? Fait que ça, c'est nouveau. C'est un gars qui boit beaucoup. Le CFRO, il est décalé. Puis ça fait 4 ans qu'il reste ici. Là, il faut qu'ils déménagent, parce qu'ils vont développer des maisons ici. Ça, c'est peut mettre la peine. Il a attendu un petit peu, pendant une demi-heure.
With flashlights cutting through the darkness, they knocked and announced their presence as police. But almost instantly, the situation turned catastrophic.
Ouais. Chien jappe, ça aussi, il dort, il va se réveiller, le gars, là. Fais-tu de quoi?
Le chien, il a comme tourné de bord, puis il est allé voir à gauche.
From inside, Belcher, who had reportedly been asleep, opened fire blindly through the walls of his bedroom with a semi-automatic rifle. Sergeant Muller was struck and fell immediately.
Should have never broke into my house. Sorry about that. Je suis avec le médecin, Jean. Dans la maison, dans ma boîte de fire shot. I was making that there, and unfortunately I shot a police.
Another officer was hit as well, but managed to retreat before collapsing outside. Body-worn cameras recorded the chaos as shots rang out, and voices echoed in the night. In the aftermath, Belcher himself called emergency services, claiming he believed intruders had broken into his home and that he fired in self-defense. Despite emergency aid, Sergeant Muller succumbed to his injuries. Belcher was taken into custody and now faces charges of first-degree murder. His trial remains ongoing, with more testimony and evidence expected to surface in the months ahead. This incident underscores the unpredictable dangers officers face. Even during what seems like a routine call, it also raises difficult questions. How could a loaded weapon be so accessible? And how could such violence erupt even after officers identified themselves? If something this devastating can unfold during a simple wellness check, what does it say about the hidden risks waiting behind seemingly ordinary doors? And how many other routine calls could be harboring the same deadly potential? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.